Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, women and children, welcome back to the K-Stang podcast. So good to be back. We're in a different location this time. Even got two goofy turds with me. I got Ethan and I got Harley. Okay? You got anything to say, right?
Well, we're not on a couch for one. Let me tell you that. We're in 4 different chairs in a different location. As y'all know, as y'all can see, the lighting may not be the best, but you know, we're back with another.
We're still figuring it out, ladies and gentlemen. We're still figuring it out.
It's good though. It's good. So you want to just go ahead and get right into the would you rather's?
We'll wait for a second. Ethan, would you like to introduce yourself a little bit?
My name is Ethan Hawkins. I'm from Anderson with these boys. I grew up with them, known them forever, and yeah, we're here with them today.
Hey, Harley, would you like to introduce yourself?
I'm Harley, Bear, sadly. We all grew up around here, I believe.
Amen.
Yeah, pretty
Grew up
much.
together.
All of us know each other from elementary school, pretty much.
Well, these three guys have.
Yeah.
I got found in 9th grade.
We're the seniors that found the freshmen.
Yeah. I was that freshman that had to get under this weird umbrella. So. Well, it's great to have these guys on here. Hopefully this will be a great episode, and we're gonna get right into the would you rather's. All right, boys. Would you rather have to shave your head or have your nose pierced? Ethan, you start us off.
Alright, the hair is too iconic. I've never been bald before. We're gonna pull the juice for and get our nose pierced.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh man. See, I don't know, man. Cause I don't know about y'all. I'm kind of rocking this mullet right now, so I don't know what I can look with this shaved hair. But at the same time, dude, the nose piercing is crazy. What kind of nose piercing are we talking about? We talking about little
We're
stuff?
talking about
We're talking about the bull ring?
Nah, the Seth.
Oh,
And it's not no little one either. It's one of
It's
the
like the
full
big
ones.
one.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Is it permanent? Is
Oh
it-
yeah, 100%.
I'm shaving the head then.
Yeah.
We're shaving the head.
No. Say you shave your head and your hair doesn't grow back for like a year.
For a year?
Yeah.
Say this, shave head for a year or round the nose ring for a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like a big
I don't think Mama would approve of the ring. So we're shaving the head, boys. We're shaving the head.
Look. I'm gonna go with like a different thing. I might have to go with the nose ring, and here's why. Man, my head is bigger than the moon. So I don't think my head, proportionally, is gonna look good shaven. Okay, I cut my hair in like 10th grade, and it was the worst decision I ever made.
Did you just
Oh,
buzz it off?
I wanted
literally.
to cut. Oops, 0.
It was literally a highway, and my black hair was like the road. I think I'm gonna have to go with the septum nose piercing. I may look emo, but that's okay. I'd improve my image.
Alright,
Yeah.
What you thinking, bro?
I'll go with the cut hair.
Cut
Because
hair.
I used to, most of my life, I had military cut. It's not that far off.
Okay.
So I'm used to it.
You know, I'm gonna be honest. I think growing up, when I go to the barber, it was like, okay, let me get a 3 on the sides and just just made it out.
3 on
Whoa.
tops, 2 on the
Short
sides.
hair. I always had short
Whoa,
hair.
why do y'all get haircuts with numbers?
That's what
Wait,
the guard
what?
is called.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah.
That's the
Yeah,
salary
No,
guard.
That's the size.
Nah.
yeah.
Black people say, give me a fade. Fade,
See,
little
a fade
fade,
is
Yeah,
from
fade.
zero-
A fade though is from a size of the guard though.
Man, I don't care about no guard. Just count my hair.
Because some people
You
start
want
off. Some
your head to
people.
be cut.
Because dude, some people start with 2 guards and they fade it, or some people
Yeah.
start like with depending on what.
See, it's not my profession to be a barber for them. So I just tell them what I want, and then they give me what I want.
Kay doesn't know much.
Yeah, obviously.
I guess what you get.
What you really want, what you want. What you really want.
What do you really want?
To get that nose pierced.
I
I'm not shaving my head. But
think question number 2. Would you rather, or what is worse actually, kissing a camel or hugging a skunk?
oh, you start us off with this one.
Kissing a camera.
Camel. Camel.
Camel.
We ain't talking about camel.
Wait, camel. Like there's
Aw.
big Indian horse giraffe looking things. That's got the multiple humps, bro. When you ride camels, you gotta sit in between the humps or sit on one hump.
You guys are between the hole.
You gotta sit between the humps, right? 2 humps on
You're terrible. You're terrible. God.
Harley, what is worse? The kissing a camel,
Harley, what happened? What camel you
the
kissing?
camel, or hugging a skunk? And we're talking like right after you just rip one, eat the
After you
refried
rip one,
beans.
not like during the ripping.
Yeah, like you already smell it. Like you got a full hump. You gotta like bathe in some tomato sauce. You gotta get that stank off you, bro.
I'll go with the skunk.
The skunk's worse.
Worse?
No, what is worse?
What is worse? Ooh. Yeah, probably the skunk.
The skunk is worse. You'd rather kiss a camel than hug a skunk.
I mean, no, think about it. You're saying which one's worse, right?
Which one's worse?
Which one's going to last longer?
Okay.
The stench on the skunk is worse.
Yeah.
So realistically, but then like the camel is practically spitting
Yeah.
at the same time. It's spitting on your
What if
lips.
dude's got game, bro?
But you know,
He's got
And you know how long a
Yeah.
camel's mouth is too? It's basically like a pelican.
That's just
So-
gonna pucker up, bro.
yeah, it's gonna bite your lips off.
So you gonna stick with the skunk? That's worse.
you're asking which one would you rather do or which one?
Which one's worse? Which one's worse?
I'll say stunts.
Skunk.
So you rather kiss the camel?
Just a quick little smooch, bro.
No, not no quick little smooth.
No,
I'm talking
no,
about
no.
make out
What?
sex.
Wait,
Make-out.
This was not on the question.
No,
Hey,
I picked the question, so I make the rules. It's
Nah.
pull out make out session.
Oh, I'm hugging that skunk.
Yeah, I'm hugging.
I'm
the
talking.
skunk.
The camel is like biting your bottom lip.
Here's a good point though. If you kiss a camel, you get every disease it's got.
Camel's got Riz, bro. Okay.
Yeah,
we should
camel's
probably skip
worse.
away from this question for a
No,
minute.
no.
No, we're all gonna get in trouble here.
I don't care. Ethan, what you doing?
Oh, I'm hugging a skunk.
Yeah.
You hugging
Yeah,
someone?
I
Think
think we're
about it,
all
if you kiss a camel, you're gonna get some disease.
Yeah.
What disease does a camel have?
You don't know.
You don't know, right?
That's
Foreign
the scary
country,
part.
bro.
You could have the disease where it's gonna kill you, or you can have a disease where you're just gonna get sick. But I have a feeling it's gonna have something.
I'm
that's
hugging
gonna
that
get you.
skunk, dude.
I'm not hugging the skunk. I'm taking one for the team. I'm kissing the camel.
Yeah.
I'm not hugging because you gotta think though. He had like his dog got sprayed by a skunk, right?
Yeah.
So he had to wash his dog off, and then he
Well,
came into work
And he still.
He
and he
like it.
smelled like straight skunk. And
Yeah, but it's
and
always.
what?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
But it stunk. I think I'm taking the camel. I'm kissing the camel. I'm not stinking. Y'all are used to stinking.
Nasty, bro.
Especially you are.
First he doesn't know what a cutting guard is, and now he's kissing camels.
What are you hugging a skunk?
I'd rather do okay.
Okay, yeah.
All right. Question number 3 here. Would you rather use boiling water as an eye drop or gargle with gargle / mouthwash with sour milk? You start us off.
I'm talking about chunky milk too.
Okay, you start us off.
Chunky milk.
Ugh,
Based off
nasty.
based off
Your knowledge.
my knowledge. Okay. I think I'm taking the sour milk on this one because at least I could brush my. No, you can't brush your teeth after either. You gotta wait an hour.
This making
Oh.
Yeah, you gotta wait an hour. So you're gonna have like sour milk breath. Y'all ever ate those like bean boozles?
The boozle things?
Yeah, man, those things were
Oh.
terrible, and I used to throw up with those things.
Ugh.
But anyway,
I
You're
could never
taking
finish it.
sour milk.
I think I'm taking the sour milk.
I'm gonna be honest, dude. I remember flashbacks when Bryson didn't know the difference between regular milk and buttermilk was. And I was making me a good old bowl of Fruity Pebbles, and I put the buttermilk in, not knowing the difference, and I tasted it, and I was like, ugh. So I just left it on the counter because I didn't know to flush it down the sink. I came back. I swear you could like scoop the whole thing of milk out and throw it at somebody. So I'm gonna be honest. I already have one bad eye, so we'll just put the eye drop in that eye. Call it goodbye. I'm taking the eye
Wait,
drop.
so
That'd be
it's
so-
just one drop of hot water.
Yeah, just eye drop of hot water,
Boiling hot water.
Boiling hot water,
Boiling,
but
like
one
scorching.
drop.
but one drop in one eye. I'll take
I'll go with
that.
the water.
Yeah, I already got one bad
I'll
eye.
go with the water.
All right, here's okay.
Oh,
Well,
God.
He likes sour milk.
We're going sour milk because I may not be able to see good, but trust me, when you get older, you want that 20/20 vision or close to it as you can.
Man, then you cheat on your eye test.
All right, I'll tell y'all a story.
You can't cheat on the eye
So
test.
I have everything perfect, right? So I was sitting in the eye doctor. You know how they had the charts already on the wall? I was sitting there reading every line and memorizing what every line said. So I didn't even look at the thing. I was just like repeating it from memory.
There's a reason it's on a television now.
No, later did he realize he's setting himself up for failure in the future.
Yeah.
He's just setting himself up at this point. Well, oh gosh, this is terrible. All right, Ethan, would you rather get your wisdom teeth pulled or butt cheeks pierced?
What?
Well,
What is
well,
this?
we're getting a wisdom teeth pulled because
I already got them pulled, ladies and gentlemen. I lost mine at 13.
Yeah,
You know,
don't
don't got to deal with them anymore.
But-
And
check me out. You get medication so you don't feel it as much.
right?
Nah, bro. When I got my wisdom teeth taken out, I felt every pain.
Oh, dude, they gave me that good medicine, bro.
Good
That's what I was saying.
stuff.
If I get the good medicine,
that
you got
hard
wisdom
stuff.
teeth.
They give me that hard
But
stuff.
look, like the pain on getting your butt cheeks pierced.
But think about when you sit down, when it's
You're gonna
in your
feel
butt.
that.
Well, don't.
You're gonna get pain in the butt, literally.
It's gonna be on your butt nipple. It's
Could
not
you
gonna be on
imagine
your bottom.
every day in your life you look yourself in
Dude,
the mirror?
you
You got
get
a
hit in
butt.
the butt. That's what
I'm not gonna take it out.
Taking a shower and this.
Yeah.
That's all you see.
You're
And it gets
scrubbing.
hot, bro. Like you get a
Imagine
sauna or
the-
something.
Yeah.
Imagine
Yeah.
the washcloth gets caught on the butt piercing.
So are you? So hey, you gonna take the butt piercing?
Obviously. I'm not going through the pain of getting my wisdom teeth taken out again.
It's like 3 days.
No, it was not. It was like
For
2
me,
weeks.
it was 3 days.
It was like 2 weeks for me.
Harley, are you getting your butt pierced?
No.
Are you wisdom teeth pulled?
Look,
Wisdom teeth pulled.
you're gay if you don't get your butt cheeks pierced at least once in your life.
I think it's the opposite.
I think it's the opposite. Yeah.
Hey, ain't gotta tell
The
nobody.
fact you're thinking about it.
Hey, I thought about a lot of things.
He might like it.
What?
Yeah, you never know.
Nah.
So you
I'll be honest with you, though. If we switched a piercing to a tattoo, I'd rather get a butt cheek tattoo.
That goes hard.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
Butt cheek
yeah,
tattoo.
Butt cheek tattoo. What would you
Tattoo
get
rather
tattooed?
than
It don't matter. It's gonna be hidden.
Handlebar.
First to his end.
Insert coin.
God.
No take backsies.
No take backsies.
Yeah.
Exit only. That goes hard.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Well,
Oh god.
ladies and gentlemen,
This is the football segment.
Handed off to Robinson. He moves down the line of scrimmage looking for a hole. He found one. He's going to go into the end zone. A deep throw by Lawrence. A lot of contact. Justin Ross broke free from it. He's down in the end zone. Lawrence with the rush coming. Finds T. Higgins. Duggan takes the snap. 3 receivers to his left. Blitz. Watson. Touchdown.
last weekend was a great weekend for college football. I've had these two goofy turds here with me. Kay sadly could not make it.
No, I was.
But
too busy
what
playing
a freaking weekend, ladies and gentlemen. We had some upsets. We had some great performances. We had performances that we thought even teams couldn't even pull off. So, just getting into that, I think the first game we got to go to, because of Keanu's here, and he's an alum of Clemson University. Clemson versus Notre Dame.
You know, alum means like graduated, right?
Does it really?
Yes.
Does it?
Yes. Yes.
Well,
it does.
future alum.
You slow bastards.
Future alum. We got Clemson versus Notre Dame here. I'm gonna be honest, watching that performance, Notre Dame was not the team we thought.
They
it was.
did not show up that game.
They did not
at
show
all.
up at all. I'm not discrediting Clemson. Clemson did play their hearts out. They did great. But dude, oh my
What
God,
was it about again?
Sam Hartman could not hit the side of a barn if he was standing an inch away from it. Sam
Here,
Hartman.
catch this.
Sam Hartman threw 13 for 30, 146 yards, and 2 interceptions. Ladies and gentlemen, give me some pads and a gold helmet. I can throw those stats. Let me throw screen passes. It will look better because I'm not throwing interceptions on screen passes. Dude.
You
Man,
say
but-
that till you get on the field.
Honestly, but my thing was like, even if Clemson won, it still wasn't in like a good fashion either way because Phil Maffa fumbled the ball with like a couple of minutes left in the fourth quarter, and then if you look at like Cade Klubnik's numbers, it's still 13 of 26. It's 50%, 109 yards. If my quarterback is throwing 109 yards in 4 quarters, there is something wrong. And then he only had 1 touchdown and 1 interception. I'm not taking that ratio of 1 touchdown and 1 interception. He's a terrible quarterback. Absolutely terrible.
Ladies and gentlemen, Phil Maffa had, let's just say, a hell of a game. This guy has been a backup running back for his whole career, but I don't know why he's behind Will Shipley. I don't know, but, you know, Dabo with coaching lately hasn't been the best. Phil Maffa
Hey,
went...
start buying stock now.
I will. I'll buy stock in Clemson. It should start rising here in a little bit. But Phil Maffa went 36 carries for 186 yards and 2 touchdowns with an average of 5.2 yards a carry. That, you could give the ball to him every play, you're winning the football game.
100%.
That is just easy. There's no contest on defense right there. Phil Maffa absolutely whooped the Notre Dame defense.
And then with that too, like Will Shipley was hurt that game, so I think it took Will. Not saying that Will Shipley should have gotten hurt or whatever, but I'm just saying that because Will Shipley got hurt, we saw the true potential of Phil Maffa. I mean, rushing for over 30 carries, almost 40 carries, 186 yards with 2 touchdowns on the day. I would take that over Will Shipley being like 15 carries for 66 yards and like a fumble and an interception.
Ethan, you got a take on the game?
Well, my take was we've seen the running back situation play out. I was very impressed with Phil Maffa's performance. I think he should be the go-to running back, especially in potential game-clutching situations. I strongly believe if Notre Dame actually showed up and played pretty well, it would have been a whole different position we were in. But if we want a shot at like any postseason games, winning a bowl game, we are 100% have to do something with that quarterback position and the offensive line. The offensive line has not been looking good lately.
So Kate Klubnik, all season, Clemson fans, just dogging this guy, and to be fair, we can understand this. But what's funny is because all preseason was nothing but the glaze of Kate Klubnik.
They were on it.
Like they were like, this guy hasn't. He started one game. Was it one game against Tennessee? Tennessee absolutely mollywopped him in that bowl game. It wasn't even a fair fight. But Cam Klubnik, 1 touchdown and 1 interception. I think this guy's guaranteed to turn the ball over every game.
100%.
I don't know.
Don't we have like 2 fumbles?
I think Clemson averages 1.5 fumbles a game.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
Which
I didn't
is
know
crazy.
that can even be possible.
I didn't even know you could have more
But
than
it
1
is-
fumble a game.
But realistically, though, it's off of read options, though. It's when Cade Klubnik puts the ball in the running
He
back
does
stand.
pull it really late.
He pulls
does
it
pull
so
He
late,
does
and by the
pull
time the ball flies.
And let's talk about also Clemson. Very poor coaching decisions that have been taking place.
Yes.
I don't
Yes.
agree with
Yes.
majority.
I think the offensive coordinator is a bit of a struggle.
Worse than
And-
Mike Bobo?
I don't want to say it's the offensive coordinator's fault. I really think it's more of Dabo has his head in the offense a little too much. Because if you look about it, the offensive coordinator that Clemson has right now was the offensive coordinator that TCU had. TCU threw a very high-flying offense with a amazing quarterback, Max Duggan, last year. But Clemson's offense, if y'all can agree with me on this, it doesn't look any different that we've seen Clemson in the last 10 years. It's the same offense, except for Clemson doesn't throw maybe the more bombs because they don't have the wide receivers they had. But it's the same RPO, bubble screen, and draw offense. There's nothing different. So either Dabo has his head in this offense and he won't give up, or the offensive coordinator doesn't know what he's doing.
I think it also plays off of the offensive personnel that they have with like a Tyler Brown or Antonio Williams with Bo Collins. Bo Collins is more of a deep threat. Antonio Williams is more of a running type of wide receiver, and Tyler Brown is also quick on his feet too. So, and then you have Phil Maffa, power running back with Will Shipley. So you would see those type of bubble screens, those type of wide receiver screens more often than not, and that's what Clemson has been as of lately.
Yeah, and there's also amazing other games that happened last weekend. We had 2 games that kind of a little bit surprising on the score: Ohio State versus Rutgers and Texas versus Kansas State. Both were a lot closer games than were be predicted, but also I would say you can't play your A game every football game.
No.
You can't. Everybody plays a game where you don't show up as big. I mean, Texas has already done this versus Oklahoma. Texas should have beaten Oklahoma. That's not even a contest. But they will later play each other in the Big 12 championship. Ohio State. See, my take on Ohio State is realistically they haven't played anybody.
No.
They're beating a broken Notre Dame team, which has been proved obviously they're not that good. They beat Penn State, and ladies and gentlemen, we're actually recording this on a Saturday, just watching Penn State versus Michigan. Penn State cannot score if every single one of the players' moms depended on it, dude. These guys, the quarterback can't hit a building. Like, they struggle. Ohio State, don't get me wrong, they look amazing. They have the best wide receiver in the league by far.
Mm-hmm.
Maserati, Marvin Harrison. If I hear that one more time on TV, I'm never watching a Ohio State game again.
But the dude is a player.
No, he's a beast.
He's a beast.
Yeah.
But I do say I'm still on my hot take from well, I didn't say necessarily preseason, but for week 1 and 2, my favorite to win the championship is Ohio State, and as of right now,
You think Ohio State's winning all this year?
Yeah, I've been thinking that, and I said it early on. I gotta stick to it. Still, they're still looking good.
You think they'll beat Michigan this year?
I think that they'll beat Michigan.
Wide receiver at the top of your screen. McCord looks, fires, intercepted. Radford and Michigan will win the game.
Awesome. Oh, it's close.
Oh, dang, I forgot about the avocado ball.
Oh, what?
The avocado ball.
Hey, could you unplug that lamp real quick while you're there? I gotta put this back in the living room.
Hey, there's a chargeable on.
That's definitely mine.
Yeah, that I did not right.
But I did not.
Ugh, my butt hurts. That seat's not very comfortable.
Can we talk
That's
about?
gonna be a good game.
Can we talk about Michigan? What is his name? Jim
Harbaugh.
Harbaugh.
Jim Harbaugh. You know, why don't you say this? The NCAA is the most weakest and the most
Crybaby.
unfair crybaby league ever. This guy is a cheater, literally. He got a game suspension.
No, it wasn't a game. It's for the rest of the season.
It's
He
the rest
has
of
not
the
been
season.
signed.
No,
It's rest of
he's
the
going to
season
appeal.
until he has a court thing.
And
which
he
is next Friday.
has an appeal this next Friday. This is a slap on the wrist at best. Knowing that today's technology, you can coach a football game in the house with an AirPod in. Are you serious?
They're not going to have any electronic devices on the sidelines, though.
They have the headphones.
They have headphones.
No,
They have
but
phones.
not for
Oh,
the
not for
players.
outer games.
Yeah.
But then here's my thing with this
No,
is.
cell phones ain't allowed on SEC fields.
This is Big Ten.
True.
Yeah.
But if they go to an SEC
But here's
field,
my thing on the situation, right? So Michigan got caught stealing what
Sign
symbol
stealing.
signs.
Sign stealing.
My whole
which is
thing.
part of the game.
My whole thing is you literally watch film to see what the players, what the coaches, their offensive game plan.
They're not watching film. They hired a guy to go to these guys' stadiums to watch them in person.
But dude, literally, like if you think about it, high school football player, high school football coach goes to another team's game, right? You're watching the team and seeing their signals, their signs, or whatnot.
Yeah.
So my whole thing is, it's a part of the game. If I feel like the NCAA in this whole situation, it's just like I feel like every other team has possibly done this.
Yeah, and see, me and Harley were talking this like really earlier today. We were talking. My opinion is, especially NIL deals. I mean, you're already paying college football players as it is. Sign stealing,
It's turning into the NFL.
it can matter less.
Yeah.
And if we continue on the rate like paying players, wanting like use signs, because I mean, if you're gonna pay a player $1 million to come play and it's a quarterback, he should be able to read a defense and he should be able to call his own plays. That's my opinion.
Thing is, Michigan though, with missing Jim Harbaugh, let's be honest. No one wants to miss their head coach. You want your head coach on the sideline, you need him. But Michigan doesn't play anybody till Ohio State. They play T.L. Hanna High School. Okay, they just played Penn State, but Penn State, like I said, can't advance the ball. They have a great defense. They have amazing defense, but you can't win a game without putting points on the board. I mean, Michigan has. Michigan has an amazing defense. They have the best running back and I think the second best offensive line in the country. He'll be back for the Ohio State game. He'll probably be back next week, knowing that they're like, well, this guy's gonna go to the NFL next year. It doesn't even really matter.
Okay, so here's the thing. Like moving off of Michigan, do you think Ohio State is properly ranked?
Yeah.
At number one?
At one, I would say so, because I mean, if you think about it with the CFP ranks, these are the ranks that matter. And in my opinion, I've said this before on a podcast episode. If you say you beat a ranked team, if they're not ranked by the end of the season, you didn't beat a ranked. It doesn't matter. It's not a ranked win. It matters what you finish at the end of the year. And with Ohio State, they have beat a ranked team technically. Penn State should finish out ranked. Notre Dame, we'll see.
Wait,
but Ohio State,
down to 3?
No, it's a one.
they're one.
Yeah.
It's just they made it. Have they dropped?
AP poll for this week, they
Well, that's
dropped down
AP
to 3.
poll. That ain't
That's
CFP.
AP. That's not CFP.
So,
Yeah.
But I mean, Ohio State, dude, they look dominant. They really do. They look amazing. There hasn't been a game where they didn't show up and balled out. But I mean, they're the only team that's really played anybody. Speaking
No, they are.
for me and Harley, we're both dog fans. We're about to play Ole Miss here in a couple hours. I mean, everybody looks good to a certain extent. Florida State's, I think, still number 4. They're not gonna play anybody. They won't play anybody till the playoff. I mean, who they played so far? Nobody. They play. They hung in with Clemson because Clemson will show up in home games, and they're known to show up in those games.
Yeah.
But they won't play anybody.
They played LSU.
They did play LSU.
Oh yeah, that was the first
But
game.
guess what? LSU already has like 4 losses.
Yeah, they
That
lost
is
to
true.
Alabama
That is
last
true.
week.
They lost to Bama. The LSU's also lost to Florida State.
They lost to Ole Miss too, didn't they?
Lost to Ole Miss. Then they lost to somebody else.
But they had like their losses there. They weren't bad losses. They weren't.
They're not bad
teams.
losses, but you know, a win is a win and a loss is a loss.
But I
What it
retract-
says on that record.
I retract my statement about JT Daniels. JT Daniels is him. I retract because I know previously in some previous episodes I said JT Daniels might not be able to lead a team.
Wait, who are you talking about?
The LSU's quarterback.
Is his name JT Daniels?
Yeah.
I was thinking Georgia's on quarterback.
But I retract my statement. JT Daniels is actually good. He's a dual threat quarterback and he actually puts the ball in tight spots.
Yeah.
So that's my bad.
No, I think he's a good quarterback. I just dude, everybody says what they want to. When you play SEC football, it's a different ball game. These guys, they're rivals. They hate each other. The best players that ever walked this planet, a lot of them came from the SEC. Some Notre Dame, maybe some Californians, but SEC is, even Derrick Henry said it himself, it's the closest thing to the NFL is the SEC.
Anyway, moving on. We have an upset with
Ladies and
Oklahoma
gentlemen.
versus Oklahoma State. Oklahoma lost 27-24. Harley, what's your take on this game? Did you watch this game?
I think I watched the end of it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we watched the ending.
Okay, Dylan Gabriel, just to give y'all some stats, was 26 of 37 with 344 yards.
Lighten it up, baby.
1 touchdown and 1 interception. And I know previously I said that the touchdown ratio, if it was 1-1, I would not take that quarterback. But Dylan Gabriel is actually pretty good. He's had some previous games, like the Texas win. I think he's good. 344 yards, I will take that within a quarterback.
I would too.
A lot better completion ratio.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot better completion ratio.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've said at the beginning of the year, Oklahoma's a fake team. They also got upset by Kansas. And I'm not hating on Kansas. I mean, Kansas is a good football program. But I was like, dude, they beat Texas when Texas played their worst game of the year. And it's going to be their worst game of the year. And I don't know, man. Oklahoma's a bust. I mean, the last time Oklahoma was relevant was, what, in like 2017 when they had Baker Mayfield?
Mhm.
And our dogs still beat them. So, you know, who cares, dude? It's freaking Oklahoma, man. I mean, they're blue blood. They are the blue bloods of college football. There's a lot of other ones, but they're not them this year.
I mean, we've seen previously they've been in the playoff contentions too. So it's not like they're just scrubs. But
Right.
as it comes to like
Who they will play and wind up playing, no. It's not that.
No. And Brent Venables, the new head coach, well, not new, but as of lately.
Second year coach.
Yeah,
He's
but
new.
yeah, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like first year, you know what I mean. So I'm just saying he has still a lot to prove. He was a defensive coordinator for Clemson, so you would think they would be a defensive-minded team. And you've seen a lot of their losses just come down to that. And I feel like the defense
hurts.
Yeah, it really does. But I think he'll bounce back. I think they'll get some good recruiting done, and I think they'll be good.
And, you know, you got to build teams, dude. I
Yeah.
mean, like,
Yeah.
they went 6-6 last year, I think. I think they'll, or maybe, I don't know if they won or lost that bowl game. I can't remember.
I don't know.
But, you know, no coach can go in their first year and pull it off. I mean, when Kirby Smart came in, he finished 8-5.
His second year.
Second year, they won a national championship. Unfortunately, lost. But, you know, can't win them all, right?
Hey, we came back. Next
Can't
2
win 'em
years,
all.
beat them.
But, you know, you have to be able to build a team. You have to be able to establish a program. You have to be able to get the coaches you want and build a player. I mean, especially when they're young, dude. It showed on a lot of teams this year. Duke, I mean, they didn't look that good. But the thing is, they're all seniors. They've all played with each other for 4 years. They've developed with each other. When you have teams that are grown up with each other these years of college football, they're going to be better.
Mm.
And when they're all fresh and you also got a fresh coach, you can't expect that guy.
No, I would never put the expectation of them going to the playoffs or them going to the national championship. I would never say that.
Yeah.
But I do consider them
They're definitely
a better team than most, and I'm not sad that they lost.
Definitely B tier.
Yeah,
definitely B tier team.
Yeah. Moving on to Washington
Yes, sir.
versus USC.
Game of no defense, by the way.
52-42.
That looks like a freaking basketball score I've ever seen one, dude. I'm telling you what, I freaking hate Caleb Williams with a passion. I don't hate people. This guy had the audacity last year to write F Utah on his fingernails like a little girl and still lose the championship game, which was hilarious to watch. Then buddy is crying on the football field to his parents, dude. Come on, man. After all that garbage he talks. And it's proven that he is not him, dude. Washington, Marcus Penix Jr., I think that's Washington's quarterback.
Yeah.
Dude's pimp. Dude's an absolute player, man. Dude's, in my opinion, I think he's second in the Heisman running.
He's done very well this year.
He's done amazing.
And previously, like we've said in other podcasts, Washington has been in some playoffs a couple of years ago with like Clemson and other teams.
Mm-hmm.
And this year they're proven to be one of the better teams as well. And I like how they're going with Michael Penix Jr. Dude's throwing absolute dots everywhere around the field.
Dude, he's phenomenal. I'd love to have him. I think any team would love to have this guy.
Yeah, but like the whole situation with Caleb Williams crying, I felt very compassionate in this sense because Caleb Williams is not a scrub by no means.
No,
he's playing D1 football for USC, the Trojans, that have been known for football in the past with NFL receivers like Michael Pittman Jr., people of that nature. And my whole thing with Caleb Williams crying, I feel bad for him in a type of way. Obviously, I didn't expect USC to beat Washington in this sense, but the compassion, the heart that Caleb Williams plays for it will never be questioned in any type of way.
I mean, I think, like, honestly, Caleb Williams, he does got some talent, but it's been proven this season when he plays a defense, but he throws multiple interceptions. The Pac-12 isn't deep, people. It's never had the Pac-12 has never been known to have a defense. Can y'all name any defense that's ever came out of the Pac-12? No, because it's not a thing. Even any Pac-12's ever been in the playoffs, like when Oregon was in it, and Washington, they've had these amazing high-flying offenses. And that's why I think this year, your Pac-12 champion is going to be Oregon, because Oregon has a defense. The only reason they lost to Washington is because they didn't take the points when they were supposed to. Mm-hmm. And it's been happening a lot this year. Like, dude, kick the field goal when it's early in the game. Take your points when you got them.
And my whole thing with Oregon this year is I think Oregon has a good chance of going into playoff contention as well. I think they're going to be a very good team moving forward. But the thing is, Bo Nix, he's in his 6th year plan of college football. So, he's going to the draft. He's going to the draft this year. So, my question is for Oregon.
Can they back him up?
Yeah, do y'all have another quarterback put to replace him in that position and to continue to lead this offense? And I don't know personally of any quarterback that they may have, but I would like to see Oregon in playoffs this year.
Yep. And, earlier I talked about Blue Bloods of college football. And the Blue Blood of college football, the best program to ever walk the planet and the best coach, Alabama, beat LSU 42-28. I'm going to say this with as much respect as possible to Louisiana State University. Best thing about that school is Livy Dunn. Boys can't really disagree with me with that. Don't forget about Joe Burrow. But just in general, dude, slap in the face, dude. I'm going to be honest. LSU came in there ready to compete. But Bama did too, and Bama showed why they are Bama.
Was that at LSU?
It was at Bama this year.
At Bama.
But if you watch the game, though, the first 3 quarters, it was like simultaneous. It was like back and forth, kind of. But then you see the better coaching out of Nick Saban, the better coaching, the better players, in my personal opinion. You see Alabama just pull tight.
Yeah. Yep. And, I'm going to be honest. I got to say it. Dude, every team that Bama lost to last year, They came back for vengeance, and they sure got it, dude. They pulled up a 24-0 stop to Tennessee in the second half to win the football game, and they did the same thing to LSU. Dude, I'm telling you, everybody's saying Saban's title is coming out. Nick Saban's still Nick Saban, bro. Don't count him out. Don't count Bama out. If you count Bama out, you clearly don't watch enough football. Dude, I will never pull for Bama because I am a Georgia fan. But there is times where I'd have to say it and make fun of the slang. Roll Tide, old buddy. Roll Tide.
Yeah. We've seen Alabama with their quarterback situation too, and you just see how the
Yeah.
quarterback is developing over the course of a couple of games. Whether
He's
he's
definitely gotten better.
pulling down and running it, taking the points where he needs to, taking the check down, things of that nature. So we'll see them continue to
Things
get
that
better.
is that quarterback, is he their whole offense though? See, my thing is like this guy, he's not the most accurate high flying quarterback. He is I wouldn't even say dual threat. He is a scrambler. Don't wrong, just fast, athletic, amazing football player. But if you can shut down the scrambling, is Bama going to be able to put up points? Do you think so?
Well, it's Nick Saban. It don't matter if you're coming in mid, like a very mid player. I mean, the way Nick Saban progresses all his players is crazy. And I believe that even if they bring in just like him, average wide receiver, by the end of the year, he's going to be an elite wide receiver. And same thing with every position. So, like you said earlier, you can't count Bama out, and I know I'm sure I'll count him
Never
out.
count him out, dude. So
Yeah, they always find a sneaky way in.
God, they do.
Every single
they
time.
do, bro. You gotta watch for those QB swaps. You gotta watch for the QB swaps, bro. Oh man. Ladies and gentlemen, the last game. Okay, introduce it for us. The last game.
So, coming into the season, I liked, let me give you a little backstory. I like Prime Time. I believed in him. I've seen his highlights, him as an NFL player. This is his, first D1 team that he has been coaching for, Colorado. Son, Shedeur Sanders, other son, Shiloh Sanders. You might as well say Travis Hunter as his son too, because he came with him from Jackson State. I like Colorado to come into this season, but previously, this team has let me down because they have the most talent. This team is like the Dallas Cowboys of the NFL. They have the most talent, but I have never in my life seen what is going on. Yes, Colorado does have a lot of talent. You can say that.
Okay,
But
I just want to clear up on this talent thing. Don't get me wrong, they do got some players. You know, the quarterback is great quarterback. Travis Hunter, he was the number one high school pick, I think. Yeah. That's pretty much it, though. Let's be 100% honest. These guys are a bunch of D2 Jackson State HBCU league players. They're not. The reason why they're playing there, probably, let's be real, is because they didn't get their offer from Alabama or Georgia or any of these top programs. And one thing is, great Alabama players, they put the grind in, they put the hard work in to go play football. But let's be real, dude. When they had a challenge, they got absolutely whooped by Oregon. They lost to Oregon State, which Oregon State has been playing great. DJ Ukulele. I can't pronounce his last name. That's the reason I call him that, by the way. I love the dude. Me personally, I feel bad for what Clemson did to him. But just in general, dude, Colorado, what's the record now? They've had to have, 4 losses?
I think they have way more than 3 losses.
Everybody got so hyped when they beat TCU, when they lost everybody. Everybody got hyped when they beat Nebraska.
But here's
Nebraska. Really?
Here's my thing with
6 losses. That's not good.
Here's my thing with Colorado though. They lost 26-19. They have a terrible offensive line, but they do have players. Whether it's on the defensive end, whether it's on the offensive end, Shedeur Sanders is one of the top QBs in the nation. I will say that with my whole chest. Shedeur Sanders, 24 of 39, 245 yards and 2 touchdowns. As his completion rate may not be the best, he still is a good quarterback. He makes his reads. My thing with him, though, as some people may have said, I think he takes sacks more than he needs to. I think he could get the ball out a lot faster instead of holding it and letting the offensive line go down. But I think Colorado. And then if you watch this game too, in the fourth quarter, they started coming back in the fourth quarter, but they weren't very motivated to. And at some point, you can't just let your quarterback keep getting sacked like that.
Yeah.
And I think at the end of the day, if I need Prime Time to get a better offensive line in this season or at the end of this season, and maybe they'll be in maybe they'll do something later on.
Maybe next year.
Yeah, but they have like J.C. Horn. They have a good running back. They have a good offense. But then again, you talk about Pac-12 and all that type of stuff.
I did say earlier, so I'm not going to discredit what I said earlier. It is his first year at Colorado. He has time to recruit.
I thought it was his second year.
No, it's his first year.
No, it's his first. It's his second year coaching.
Oh, okay.
But it's his first year at Colorado, and he has plenty of time to build, and he's got a lot of young talent that has to be developed, and I do believe he will develop. But until then, man, that Cinderella story ended a long time ago. that once upon a time did not turn into a happily ever after. And, you know, as this year progresses, we'll be covering them. We'll be hyping them up. As always, go Dogs. And we'll see y'all later.